Hey y'all, it's Lindsay. I'm going to share with you what I eat today on a Ketovore way of life. That to me means high protein, low carb, moderate-ish fat. It sort of varies. That's my main variable. And let's get started. The first thing that I have is my black coffee. I have grown to love black coffee over, the past couple of years. It has been a long, slow process. In the beginning of my coffee consumption experience, I would have a little bit of coffee with a pile of like powdered creamer. Gosh, that was what, 13, 14 years ago. And now we are on to the black coffee. It is so much more simplistic these days and boring and very boring to just have basic black coffee. But I tell you what, I have gotten to the point where adding stuff to my coffee is just like overwhelming in a not great way. So black coffee. It is amazing out here right now. It was about like mid to upper 50s earlier this morning out here. It was glorious, and within less than an hour it got to 70, and I am so ready for the extreme summer weather where it's like so hot that you can barely breathe outside. I'm ready for that. If you're not new around here, you may know that I love the extreme weathers. If it's not going to be triple digits, give me negative temperatures. Like, that's where I tend to live. The in-between is a little bit tricky, usually because that means there's a lot more bugs and a whole lot more potential for allergens and yuckies for myself. So anyway, we're just, doing all the stuff and things around the house today, taking care of lessons, taking care of, housework, really. I did get my hair cut. It feels so much better. It's not styled super well today, but I don't care. It's no longer like, I think I chopped off about like 5 inches or so, and yeah, so much less shampoo. It's fantastic. I'm going to come back whenever I've got something to eat. For breakfast, I have made a breakfast sandwich. This is kind of a take on a McGriddles from McDonald's. And I've made something similar to this before here on my channel. I could not pinpoint a what I eat in a day video where I show that. I do not have a recipe video. Excuse me, frog in my throat. But at some point I will attempt to do this as a video and try to actually make them in bulk for a freezer breakfast prep. So there is my sandwich. I have used my ProFlow, the protein power flour, which is just my egg white bread that has been dehydrated and then ground up finely in my food processor. I used that as my flour. I did 1 egg, a little bit of sweetener and coconut milk, some baking powder, the ProFlow, and butter. Did I say butter? I don't remember. And salt. Okay. Anyway, so I popped that through the microwave, got that sorted out, and once it was out, I split it in half. It was kind of like a taller muffin. I split it in half, and then I used my little skillet over here to smash them down and kind of give them that pancake shape. I fried 1 egg, and I cooked up 1 piece of sausage. That's pork sausage. And then under here, I've got some of my homemade mayonnaise. No cheese. This would be delightful with cheese, but we are avoiding the dairy right this second, and here we are. Oh my stars. We have done so many things. We have managed schoolwork. We have wrapped up math for one of the girls. We have the whole book is done. I love when we finish a book of a piece of curricula. Like, oh my stars. It feels so good. And we are like, I don't know, days away from being finished with school. Whoop, whoop. So excited. I need the break so that I can focus on all of the other things that we have to do around here. I presently have some egg white bread in my oven. Let me show you. I will show you the bread. So here we go. Look at it. It's all tall and fluffy, but it for sure is going to fall. I just know it. It's fine. I really would like to have some kind of a sandwich for lunch. Gotta, careful tripod. I want some kind of a sandwich, but I was out of bread, so that had to be a thing. Like, must must produce the bread so we can have the sandwich. But I also have some electrolytes here. I'm like 75% of the way through with these electrolytes. I did do my Redmond Relight. I use the mixed berry flavor, and then I have my Lugel's iodine drops. I did about, I think I did 16 drops of 2% in here. What else? That's about it for the moment. And once, getting a message. Once the bread is finished and I'm able to slice into it, I will make a sandwich. And I don't know which direction I want to go. Do I want to go like super basic and do the PB&J situation, or do I just do a meat and mayonnaise situation? I don't know. I have no thoughts. I'm going to ponder on it until the bread is done, and then I'll let you know. I was digging through my fridge while waiting for the last couple of minutes on my egg white bread to, complete. Actually, let me show you my bread. So we've got it down here. I am letting it cool for a few minutes so we don't have complete deflation. That's a, fun little trick. Prop open the oven so it does not get all, soggy in there. So as I was digging through my fridge, I realized that I had some chicken left over from the other night. We did an Asian-inspired night. I did my sweet chili Thai sauce on some chicken that I had kind of like air fried, like breaded with my, a combination of pork rinds and my ProFlow. I had gone through, breaded those, air fried them so that they were nice and crispy, tossed them in my sweet chili Thai sauce. Same exact method that I use for our General Tso's chicken. I did that with the sweet chili Thai sauce, or Thai sweet chili sauce. I can't remember how, sweet chili sauce. You hear me. Anyway, so I have some of that left over, and I have a little bit of broccoli left over here. Let me show you. This is actually quite a lot of chicken. I think this could probably stretch into 1.5 servings, but I am hungry, so I'm going to do that. There's about a cup worth of broccoli. It looks very piled high, but it is actually like resting on a large bed of chicken. So I also added a bunch of my homemade mayonnaise, and I'm going to finish up these electrolytes, and then I'm going to have to oh, there we are. Wow, I was staring at the cup instead of the screen. I'm going to have to reload my cup here because I know I'm going to need a little bit of water to make it through this plate. All right, 3:30 almost, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee this afternoon while I continue managing the chores. All right, I'm in the process of doing multiple things at once. My brain is a little scattered, but I would like a few raspberries, so I'm going to have a handful of these. Hey, I am currently missing there. I had my vegetable peeler in my hand the whole time. I'm sitting here peeling carrots, celery, all of my little cold veggies that I usually fill my veggie box with. And I got to thinking about the fact that I've got dinner in the oven right now. I am doing mini meatloaves, and I don't know, I think I do have a video here. It's one of my Instant Pot adventures. So I've got that. Anyway, I was sitting here thinking about the vegetables that I have in the oven roasting right now. I have some cauliflower, potatoes are for the girls, and I have a zucchini that, and I only had one zucchini. And as I was sitting there chopping it up and preparing it, I got to thinking, like, this is so sad. It's one zucchini. And my brain kept feeling like, one zucchini isn't enough. That's not very much. I mean, it's so sad. I mean, it was a large zucchini, but it was only one. And that to me, I don't know. Whenever I cook up zucchini or cauliflower or broccoli or any of those things, we all love vegetables here. And the idea, are we crooked? We're crooked. Oh, and I just got carrot on there. Okay. I need to wash these. I'll be back. Okay, everybody's all clean. We continue shredding. I was just thinking about how my brain definitely works in that scarcity mindset. Like, there's only one, there must not be enough. It's not going to fill everybody up. And I have this mindset that
I need to be able to get full on just one item on my plate, so I want to pile it all on and have all the squash, or have all the meat, or have all the cauliflower, or whatever the case may be. It's very difficult for me to exercise moderation, and that is generally my personality. I have a very extreme personality in general. I just said generally and then said in general. Welcome to my brain. Whereas it's not real. I don't need to only have one thing all the time. I can have a variety of foods on my plate in smaller quantities and enjoy that smaller quantity without having to go and gorge myself on the one thing. Can't quite remember what I was saying, but basically learning the concept of moderation for myself and taking a little bit of a variety of things on my plate is not the end of the world. I don't know. I also find it very easy to go through and say, well, I'm just going to eat a steak. We're not having steak. We're having the mini meatloaves, right? But if I'm having steak, I can easily say, I'm just going to have the steak, thanks. I don't need all of the extras. I'm just going to eat 18 ounces of steak, thank you. And that's the thing of it. Like, there's no way to moderate the cost on a 16 or an 18 ounce ribeye as compared to being able to say I can have, like, I don't know, half a pound of ground beef and a whole other variety of things that are still well within reason for my Ketovore way of eating, and I'm not going to starve. These are just random little thoughts I got going on right now. I'm going to finish peeling all these vegetables and then I'll show you dinner whenever it's ready. Here is my dinner. It is unattractive, but it is what it is. This is about half a pound of ground beef turned into miniature meatloaves. I have some pork rinds, egg, some of my ProFlow in there, some seasonings. I don't think I mixed it up too well there, hence all of the fat kind of hanging out there. Anyway, here's a little bit of zucchini and a little bit of cauliflower. Not enough to really fill me up on either one of those, but the beef here will definitely get me full and give me good protein. Instant Pot is beeping. I might put a little bit of my homemade mayonnaise, a little bit of GQ's barbecue sauce on here. Not too sure yet, but that's where it's going to be. And if I'm still hungry, I have been in the mood for spring mix salads lately, so I might do that with a little bit of oil and vinegar. But I'm going to wait to see where I get with this plate of food before I decide the next thing. All right, dinner was delicious. I did not have any salad and I am real full. I think I might have just a cup of black decaf coffee in probably about 30 minutes or so and call it a night. So I really appreciate you joining me on this What I Eat in a Day video, and I hope to see you in the next one.